Angela. I introduce you the best local food and keep you healthy. Would you like to know how to produce the best quality milk? Today I'm going to show you. I'm at Eby Manor, Waterloo. Are you ready to see? Hi, Jim. Could you tell me your story, how you started this business?
Certainly. Hi, Angela. My name is Jim Eby. I am one of the owners of Eby Manor. So Eby Manor was founded by my parents in 1959. My father and my grandfather were both farmers, and they established, my mom and dad established this farm, as I said, in 1959. Over the course of the years, I farmed here with two of my brothers, and eventually they purchased their own farms, and me and my family took over the farm here. So the farm is currently owned by myself and my wife Ruth, and now my son Ben and his wife Sherry. We are dairy farmers, and the cows that we milk are Guernsey cows. The Guernsey breed is not as common a breed as are the Holsteins. The Guernseys don't milk as much, but they have a very high quality and flavorful milk. In 2012, we had the opportunity to begin to brand and to market our own milk. So since then, we have been expanding our product line. We are producing a 2% milk, a 4.8% cream top milk, so it's non-homogenized. We produce all natural 10% cream, 4% chocolate milk. We do a whole milk yogurt, which is all natural. It's only milk and bacteria culture. And then we also do cheddar cheese. We're going to be expanding our product line this fall. We're going to be adding a Havarti cheese as well. And hopefully down the road, we'll be able to add some more products as well. Since we began to market our own milk, our customer base has grown. We are in approximately 200 stores around the region and the greater Toronto region as well. We are in stores as far as Ottawa. And we also service quite a number of restaurants and cafes with our products. The benefits with the Guernsey milk, or the difference with the Guernsey milk, is that it has a richer flavor. So even at 2% butterfat, our milk has a richness and a fullness that you won't experience from your normal commercial store-bought milk. The Guernsey milk also has some other qualities to it. It is a better frothing milk for cappuccinos and lattes, so it is preferred by many coffee makers. The other advantage is that our milk is 100% A2. Now, Guernsey milk isn't the only milk that, or Guernsey cows are not the only breed that carry the A2 gene, but the majority of Guernseys have the A2 gene. So the benefits of the A2 milk is that it is non-inflammatory, to put it in the simplest terms. So many people who have milk intolerances, their intolerance is related to the casein in the milk. And it's caused by a little enzyme called the A1, which is part of the chain of proteins that make up the casein in the milk. The A1 is inflammatory for many people, whereas the A2 milk is not inflammatory. And so many of our customers cannot drink regular milk, but they can drink our milk. Some of the benefits of the A2 milk is that people who, as I already said, have intolerances such as stomach upsets, they'll experience a lot of mucus or phlegm from drinking milk. Some people experience swollen joints or eczema. Even some people experience migraines when they drink milk. These are caused from the A1 beta casein in the milk. And when they drink the A2 milk, those reactions will not occur. A2 milk is also beneficial for people who have diabetes. We have a number of diabetic customers who have told us that when they drink the milk that is A2, it does not cause their blood sugar to spike. So that's a real advantage to them. It's also beneficial for children with autism. And we have had a number of parents with autistic children who have put their children on our milk, who were drinking standard milk before that. And they said they see quite a remarkable change in their kids. It has a calming effect. And we'll hear stories like their children are sleeping through the night now, whereas before they haven't been able to do that. So those are some of the benefits of the Guernsey milk. It is also higher in nutritional value. Your protein levels, your butterfat levels, and calcium and so on would all be slightly higher than in your standard milk.
Wow, very impressive. As a healthcare professional, I would really recommend everybody drink quality milk, like yours.
Well, it's pretty amazing because when we first started selling our milk in 2012, we really didn't know what the uptake would be and how many customers we would get. We had, we had certain goals, but we didn't really know what our expectations should be. But it's been very rewarding because we have we're continuously finding new customers. Many people, once they try our milk, they will not go back to the milk that they were buying previously. And the number one selling feature of our milk, I would say hands down, is the flavor. People notice the flavor. I would say the majority of people notice this flavor. They say it's quite obvious that it is a preferred flavor. But then the other benefit would be, of course, the A2 quality of the milk. So a lot of people who can't drink regular milk, of course, when they find out they can drink A2 milk, they'll purchase it.
Yeah. So you told me that your milk is unique, right? Compared to other regular milk, it's unique.
It is unique, yes, yes.
It's my first time come to the farm. I really enjoy here. I feel the cows are all very happy and comfortable. So maybe we should know how you look after them, how you take good care of them. Yeah.
Sure. Well, our stable is what we call a traditional tie stall barn. It's so the cows are tied to get out for exercise, and then they're put back in their stalls. The cows are very comfortable in their stalls, actually, as long as the cows have good quality air, quality water, quality feed, and in a nice, clean, dry spot to lie down in. They're very contented animals. And contented animals are generally healthy animals and produce quality feed for us, quality food for us, I should say. So our mornings begin by 5 o'clock in the morning. Begins with milking the cows, feeding the cows, cleaning the stalls, putting fresh bedding in for them, and when the weather's suitable, the cows go outside for exercise as well. The cows are milked morning and afternoon, and so that basically would cover the normal chores that go on 7 days a week, 365 days a year.
Okay.
So what we're looking at here is the young calves. So they're all heifer calves, and they will become our replacement cows one day. So we're in our dry cow barn right now. But the dry cow barn is a barn that is housing cows that are not currently being milked. So when a cow has her calf, she needs lots of energy. She has to have a lot of rest before that in order to be able to produce to her potential. So we give the cows a rest. This is a common practice on dairy farms where a cow has about 6 to 8 weeks rest before she has her next calf. And so that's what these cows are about. These are pregnant cows that will be having their calves within the next few weeks, one within a few days. And so they're actually on their vacation time right now. This is their downtime.
Oh, okay.
So what we're looking at here is the young calves.
Oh.
So they're all heifer calves, and they will become our replacement cows one day. And so once they get to be about a year of age, they'll be turned outside, and then they'll spend the next year outside. And then at about 2 years of age, they will have their first calf.
Oh, okay.
So it's very important that cows are fed a ration that is, you know, suited to them and to their needs. And so we work very closely with dairy nutritionists who will test our feeds that we have, because most of our feeds are homegrown. And then they'll test the feeds and find out what the nutritional value is. And then they will adjust the ration or formulate the ration for the cows to eat. And frequently they'll check up with you and see how the cows are doing and so on. And if they need to tweak the ration a little bit, they'll do that. And then so our feeds that we feed the cows the majority of the feeds are forages. So that means corn silage, which is chopped corn plants, and then our corn stalks, and then hay, which is mostly alfalfa with some grasses in with it. And then we add in some grain corn and some for extra energy, and also some soybean and canola for extra protein. And the feeds that we grow are all non-GMO as well. So the feeds are actually, they're stored in separate locations, and then they're all put in that mixer right there. That's a giant feed mixer. And the feed comes in through those conveyors, and then it's all mixed so that the cows have like one big casserole.
Yeah, I can see they are all enjoying the food, and it's very important. Food is not only important to human, but also important to cows, right? What they eat will determine what kind of milk they produce.
Oh,
right?
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely, yes. And they're fed 4 times a day, so that it's, you know, we like to have feed in front of them continually. And you know, you're always watching the cows. You don't want them to get too fat, because if they get too fat, then that's not actually healthy for them. And if they're too thin, it means that they need a little bit more energy. So you're always watching the body condition of the cows, monitoring how much they're milking, you know, what their butter fat level is, and the protein and that sort of thing. And that can all be managed to some degree, you know, through how you feed them.
Also, you mentioned they see vet come regularly check them up, or?
Yes, we have a vet that comes in every 4 weeks, and he will, you know, basically what he's coming for is to check cows before they're bred, to make sure that they're ready to be bred. They will preg check the cows that have been bred to see if they're still pregnant, you know, if they're holding the pregnancy and that sort of thing. And then if there's any other, you know, concerns that we have, they will look into that as well. And then if we have issues, you know, if you have a cow that's not doing well and you want their professional advice, you know, they're always available to come and to check it out as well. One of the things that a lot of people are concerned about is antibiotic residue in milk, and they assume that you know, a lot of milk has antibiotics in it. That's actually not true, because when a cow antibiotics are only used when absolutely necessary, you know, and generally it's for an infection or, you know, a high fever, something like that, which generally is from an infection, right? So whenever a cow is administered antibiotics, that milk is not put into the system. That milk has to be discarded, and it will be discarded until that milk is totally clear of any antibiotic residue. So the milk that is shipped to the processing plant will not have antibiotics in it. If it does, it will be detected before they unload the truck, because all milk is sampled at the plant before it is processed. And so if there was one cow in one herd that had any antibiotic residue in it, that whole truckload of milk would have to be discarded. And the farmer whose cow had that antibiotic residue will have to pay for that load of milk plus an additional penalty on top of that. So it's very, very serious, and farmers are, you know, extremely careful not to do that. So that's you know, that's one thing that people actually need to understand, and there is quite a bit of misunderstanding among the public about that. Yeah.
Great, yeah. So they seem all happy and healthy, right?
That's right, and you know, and we try to feed the cows as naturally as possible.
Okay.
The nutritionist that we work with, he's very much in favor of, keeping things as natural and balanced as, as we can, and that all, amounts to healthier, better cattle.
Yeah.
There you go. Look at that, eh?
So,
There we go. Now it's coming in, you see it? So that's our chocolate milk, and it is, again, it's 4%, it averages 4% butter fat. That's after the syrup was added to it. Okay, so this is our whole cream top milk.
oh, whole milk.
That's a whole milk. So there's no butter fat taken out of it. It averages around 4.8 to 5% butter fat, and it's non-homogenized so that the cream rises to the top, which is natural. And so before you drink it, you're going to want to shake the bottle first and mix that cream in.
It's much more creamy than the other one.
Yeah, yeah. Very good for young children.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to
Yeah, we
I'm
have
gonna say.
many families with young children that purchase the whole milk. We also have people that like to buy it to make their own cheese or yogurt with it.
So, what other population is good for this?
Of course, well, we believe it's good for anybody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but some people don't like to consume, as much butter fat.
Yeah.
So that's why we have a 2% option.
Wow. I haven't had this kind of good milk for a long time. It's so good. Everybody should try it.
So that's our Balkan style yogurt. It's made with our whole milk.
Whole
There's
milk.
nothing added to that. It's 100% pure. It's only milk and bacteria culture. So it's like a homemade yogurt. And again, it's made with our whole milk, so it would be an average of about 4.8% butter fat.
It's very good. I feel I'm eating ice cream.
So that's our chocolate milk, and it is, again, it's 4%, it averages 4% butter fat. That's after the syrup was added to it. So it is one of the creamiest, richest chocolate milk that you can buy in Ontario.
It's very chocolatey. There's chocolate cocoa inside, it's very flavorful.
This is our cheddar cheese, and again, it's made with our whole milk. And you will taste real creamy, buttery creaminess, I should say, to that cheese. So just go ahead and help yourself.
It's very creamy.
Yeah. So we have a number of restaurants that are purchasing our cheese now for their charcuterie boards or to put on their burgers as well.
It reminds me when I go to the party, like a cheese and wine.
Yeah.
They serve very good cheese. But this is even better.
Thank you. We're going to be producing Havarti cheese as well. So we're doing a first run of Havarti cheese in a couple of weeks from now, the end of September. And our cheese is actually made at Bright, the Bright Cheese Company. This is strawberries and cream.
Sure. Strawberry is my favorite, so. It's really good. It's very creamy and tasty. Flavorful.
This one is Hokey Pokey. So it's melted sponge toffee into the ice cream.
It's definitely different from the other one, but it's really good. It's creamy. Yeah, it's very pure, smooth.
Yep.
It's a very good treat for the summer.
Yeah.
So what's your best advice for people to stay happy and healthy?
My best advice for people to stay happy and healthy? Well, certainly eating good food, quality food is a part of our good health. I think a lot of people today have been misled by fads, you know, and artificial foods, so-called artificial foods that are designed to replace the real thing. There's nothing more nutritious and healthy, I don't believe, than the natural foods that we have been eating for centuries. And we believe that, and we're not afraid to say that, right? And so that's certainly something that I would recommend to all our customers. And, you know, anyway, we understand a lot of customers do have intolerances to milk, to dairy, and because their milk is A2, and our milk products, that solves that problem for many of our customers because they can drink our milk and enjoy our dairy products without having discomfort from them.
Wow, yeah. I tasted it was very good. I recommend everybody should try it, then you know how it feels, right?
Thank you.
So what would you like to tell your future customers? For people who hasn't know you very well, what would you like to tell them?
Right. I would just like to say we'd like to invite you to come to our store and to try our products. We'd love to have you, to see you, to meet you, and to introduce you to our products. I'm sure that once you try our products, you'll want to become a customer of ours. Or you can go to our website and you can look up Eby Manor, www.ebymanor.ca, and you can learn about us on our website. And you can find a store locator in there, which will indicate some stores that may be in your area where you can buy our products as well.
So what's your address again?
Our address is 1174 Eby Place, Route 1, Waterloo, Ontario.
Yeah, definitely recommend everybody should come to see, to check out the store and to see the cows and to see how they look after the cows and taste the food. You'll like it for sure. Okay. Thank you for being our guest, and thank you for being with us today. Life tastes good. See you next time.